Building a home is about to get more expensive, and in some cases, builders have already raised their pricing, with others expect it to raise them soon. However, that doesn't mean you cannot get a great deal. They have some amazing incentives that they are offering to, one, offset the interest rates, and then two, offset the price of the homes that they have to charge for due to supplies and labor. So I'm about to take you through 4 key builders, 2 of which that are well known nationally, of what their current incentives are for the month of February. So if you're planning on buying a home, you can get the best deal possible. What's up, guys? Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert right here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. And if you're planning on building a home, or if you are buying an existing home or need to sell your home, I have people just like you reaching out to me every single week. You could do the same as well. I'd love to help you out. Contact me directly here or use one of the methods I have listed in the description below. So let's hop over to the computer and check out some of these amazing incentives that these builders have available for you right now. So first and foremost, this right here, this is Pulte Homes. I got this email from them and they are raising their prices. They tell you right here, with material cost, consumer demand for new homes on the rise, please take note that all communities will be undergoing a price increase on Monday, February 17th. To ensure your clients receive the lowest pricing possible and receive building instant equity, be sure to set up an appointment for each of them in time to lock in their contracts prior to the 17th. I know it's crunch time. There is literally just little less than 2 weeks away from this date when they are going to raise their prices. And the material costs, it's due to all these supply places, whether it's lumber, it's, the copper, the plumbing, they are all anticipating a price increase due to tariffs is what it boils down to. And unfortunately, they don't wait until stuff actually changes. They just go based off of anticipation, and there's nothing we can do about it. So they are feeling that there is going to be a supply shortage, so they're starting to raise that up. And then the demand for the new homes is simply because the inventory is still so low. So a lot of people, you got tons of equity in your house. If you bought your house 2+ years ago, you have a good amount of equity in your house. If you bought it 4 or 5+ years ago, you have a tremendous amount of equity in your home. So building could be an excellent option for you to do. And that's what a lot of people are doing because they simply can't find what they want. So they're just going and building a new house. Now, having said that, let's take a look at some of these incentives that they are running of what makes it so great. So again, here's Pulte Homes. This is throughout special financing, 5.5%, and then a 5.825 with APR, 30-year fixed rate. Fixed. That is insane what they are doing. Interest rates as of right now are just a little over 7. This right here, if you can get that 5.5%, you are saving a ton of money every single month on your mortgage. Now, as we go down, I just wanted to point out, obviously they have it right here. It may vary locally, not available in all communities, subject to certain terms, conditions. They always do that type of stuff. All the time, there's always fine print of what's going on. You got to close by 4/30. That doesn't mean that the house is done. That just means that you close on that loan and then they can begin doing the construction themselves. Typically, it's around 30 days for everything to close. Now, what's really nice, there's always, right here, like they say, subject to certain terms, conditions, restrictions all the time. So it is something that we have to go and sit down with a Pulte rep and have them look at everything. What I really like, buyer is not required to finance through seller's affiliate Pulte Mortgage LLC. However, rate is based on participation in the affiliate incentive program, including financing through Pulte Mortgage. And this stuff, application of incentives towards closing costs, including any discount points, based on a conventional 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Sales price of $500,000, loan amount of $400,000 with a 20% down payment. FICO score of 780. Now, that's not saying that you aren't going to get anything. That 780, that's a perfect credit score. So that 5.5 is going to be that situation, is what that is stating. Now, the nice thing that they have going as well, so that is just on, their homes that they have going on. However, if we go over and let's just check out some of their developments really quick, because what I want to show you as soon as this loads up is some of the perks that they have. I got to zoom in here for a quick second. I want to show you the one community down here, and this is simply because of the amount of land that they offer. And it is in the highly rated Highland School District, which is #1 in Medina County. So as you see here, special financing, 30-year fixed rate of a 4.99 on available select quick move-in homes. So this is their spec homes that they have. And I do have a property tour of one of these spec homes that are absolutely gorgeous. I will link that at the end of the video. And it is, it's pricey, but it's a large home, great school district, and that 499 could be a huge help considering, and then depending on your situation, but it's a beautiful home. And again, I will link that property tour at the end for you to take a look at that. And then if we just go to, let's just go look at another community. Here's Del Webb, for instance. This is a big one that is up and coming, starting at upper 300s. They are going to have all of theirs, again, 55 and older, FYI. So they are going to have all of their incentives that are going on. They will do the same type of stuff with spec homes that they build. However, with this one is just getting started. It is just firing up. So their spec homes aren't ready yet, but I just wanted to show you this because this is up and coming very, very fast. You can see here it's 1,500 to 2,000 square feet homes, which is perfect. Tons of amenities that come with it, with Del Webb. Now, if we take a look at some of their other communities that are around, we'll go over here to Ridgeville really quick at Briarwood Estates. Then again, their spec homes, if they have any available, they are going to be at a 5.25. So this is what I wanted you to see, is that location matters. So down in Sharon, you're getting a 499 if you qualify for it. In Richfield Village, you're getting a 5.25. That is still so much less than the current incentives that are out there. And the nice thing about Pulte is they have quite a bit of areas to choose from. As you see, I'm going to zoom out here as soon as it wants to actually pick up on it. So they have a bunch of different communities. All these flags are communities that are either going on right now or they are up and coming, but there's 29 communities within, a good driving distance to Cleveland itself. Now, as we jump over to Schumacher Homes, custom builder, great custom builder. As you see right here, you can lock in at this 4.875%, 30-year fixed financing for eligible buyers, obviously, or choose your financing option and you'll only move once. So we're just going to click on that. Let's see what it ends up showing you. They have a lot of great stuff. Okay, this is their you only move once loan. As you see, look at this. No down payment, no payments during construction, no closing fees, no moving twice, no kidding. There's obviously going to be stuff that's behind all of this stuff, and this is what I want to take you through. So you got right here, payments as low as $2,900, $2,910 on a $550,000 loan with a 4.875. Okay. This 4.875 program, it's available on our one-time close conventional loan program, which is a excellent thing. Construction loans where you close multiple times, it costs more money. It's ridiculous. 30-year fixed, awesome. Also available on VA loans, awesome, with 0 down. FHA loans with 3.5 down, awesome. Like, you can get this from a builder, a brand new home. If you're building on a lot that you already own, the land equity could cover the down payment requirement. This isn't just because of this program. That is on everything. Okay, your land equity that you have, if you already own that lot, can always be used as a down payment with builders. You can finance the cost of the land and the construction in one land and home package. Primary residence only, keep that in mind. Obviously, certain restrictions apply. And then your pre-construction meeting occur within 30 days of initial contract and loan closing within 60 days of initial contract. So they have certain things that you need to do. Now, you can end up getting a locked-in rate buy down with the option. You got the you only move once loan, or you can apply the incentive to upgrade or options. One of the excellent things that they have going on right now is no cost refinancing. And this special offer is designed so that Schumacher Home clients can take advantage if interest rates are lower after closing with a no cost refinance. Schumacher Mortgage will cover all costs, including any third party fees. This offer is good for up to 5 years. From the conversion of your construction loan to permanent financing, and the client can apply for the refinance 180 days after the certificate of occupancy is received. So you get up to 5 years that you could refinance, no cost. And I hope by 5 years, we are gonna be more around like a 4%, 5%. I do not believe it's ever gonna go back down to 3%. To tell you the truth, that was a once in our lifetime situation because of what we were handed. So that is a awesome thing that they have with the program on this. Of course, here's the disclaimer with stuff. It's gonna go through all this type of stuff. The big one I want to point out, conventional loan. The advertised loan is for a 30-year fixed rate, one-time closing construction loan with 30-year fully amortizing term. During the construction period, the interest rate is 7.999% with an APR of 19.189 and an estimated monthly interest payment of $1,833. Okay, now that is on that $550,000 loan. Keep that in mind. Now, upon completion of construction, the interest rate will convert over long-term financing fixed interest rate 4.875 and a monthly mortgage payment of $2,910,650 or $2,910,65. Now, that's on this right here, $550,000 loan amount, 60% loan to value, and a minimum FICO score of 680. So that 60% loan to value, that's saying you just put 40% down. Is what that's saying. So it's a chunk of money. It is a chunk of money. However, if you have a home, chances are you have possibly all of that just in your equity alone, not even including what you've been saving up for, which is fantastic. Now, as we jump over to Drees has a pretty cool incentive package that's going on right now. They got, again, Drees is another one in the area as far as community goes. They have 28 different communities throughout the Cleveland area currently. So they have a lot of places to choose from. You can see some areas, it's gonna range depending on where you're at. Avon, you can see these prices, $725 to $923. Those are starting prices. So that's $725, that is the smallest model at the 2769, the base elevation, no upgrades. That's how that stuff works. But the prices, they vary all over. You can townhome in Broadview Heights, starting at $459. You go over to Brunswick, Carpenter Glen. This is coming soon, as you see, but they're starting at $550. This is probably gonna sell pretty quick because Brunswick is a hot spot. These townhomes that are going in, that's behind the new Market 42 off of Pearl. So these are ready and raring to go. You can end up going there and check that stuff out. They got quick move-ins already available. and then they're starting to do their final opportunities, all that fun stuff. But here it is right here, the start 2025 with big savings. Here is what they have going on. Currently, their rates starting at 4.49%, which is crazy. It's a 2-1 buy down. So your 2-1 buy down, it's a fixed rate. And it says right here, in year 1, your payments will be based on the rate that's 2% lower than your original locked in rate. Year 2, it's gonna be 1% lower than your original locked rate. 3 through 30, you're gonna be fully locked in at that standard rate of where you are at. So if you get that, you know, that amazing rate, that 2-1 buy down, and let's say by year 3, you're ready to refinance because the rates have come down, you could end up doing that super easy. A lot of times if it's not like a Schumacher situation where they cover your refinancing, a lot of times the money that you have in escrow will pay for your refinancing. That's the hopes that you want to end up having. And then of course you could receive up to $30,000 in flex cash. Now, what that does is you can put it towards closing cost, or you could put it towards your upgrades when you finance through first equity mortgage. To receive all this stuff, it's always going to be going through what the builder, which lender the builder is affiliated with is what you have to do. That's the only way you can get these incentives. But when it says towards closing cost, that's all of your stuff. That can be, towards the rate. That can be, just towards your down payment. It can be manipulated so many different ways. And this is what's great is, again, builders, they're going to be raising their rates. Or their prices. It's going to be happening. But they have some amazing incentives to offset it. And the key factor is if you own a home, again, if it's 2 years or more, especially if you're at that 4 or 5 year plus mark that you've been in that home, you have some amazing equity that you might not even know you're sitting on, which can cover a lot of the cost with building a home. Now, as we jump over to Wayne Homes, another custom builder in the area, rates as low as 5.25%. That is a permanent rate buy down. So that is it. You get that rate buy down at 5.25. You are sitting at 5.25 every single year for the next 30 years. And it says right here, it'll reduce your interest rate for the life of the loan. You won't have to take risks of rates continuing to be higher after a year or more, which is like that temporary buy down that they're talking about right here. And they're explaining it. The difference is these temporary buy down offers forces you to return to a higher rate eventually or refinance. That's the right there. That refinance, that's the purpose of like a 2-1 buy down, a 3-1 buy down. That's the main purpose right there, is so that you refinance when the rates come down lower. This permanent rate buy down at 5.25%. Anything can happen in a blink of an eye. However, we're probably not going to see, if everything stays on track, we're not going to see 5.25% for a long time. The projection is to be the low 6s, possibly around 6 by the end of this year. So there's a good chance that you might have 2-3 years of having a lower rate than what is out there. But again, it can change really quick. And what I like is they actually break the stuff down for us. And it shows you how it's going to affect your payment. So right here, the permanent buy down, these are discount points. So you got 0 discount points. Their rate right now through their lender is 6.875. So let's say it's sitting at that. Again, it could all change. Rates are constantly fluctuating. So you got $29.56 principal and interest. You're saving nothing. So they're explaining it. If you get 2 discount points, so you buy it down 2 points, that's dropping you a full percentage point. It's going to cost you $9,000, but it's going to save you $294 every single month. Now, the big thing is that it's around 10 years that people are staying in homes. Stuff can change, life happens, but on average, it's around 7 to 10 years. More so, I'm seeing on the 10-year mark that people are moving. So if it makes sense, which it absolutely, does in this situation, to do so, do it. And then, as you see, if you go 2.25, that drops it slightly down to a 5.75, and then you're paying an extra $1,125, but you're jumping up to $330 of savings every single month. And then if you're capable of getting a 4.25 in your discount points, that's giving you the 5.25. It's going to cost you $19,000, but it's going to save you $471 every single month. And again, this $19,000, I can guarantee that every single one of you who have a house. Now I get it, not everybody has a house and you're able to buy, but every single one of you that has a house to sell, that $19,000, I can guarantee you have it sitting in equity. As long as you didn't buy a few months ago. If you've been in the house for a couple years or more, you have that sitting in equity, no problem whatsoever. So there's a ton of great stuff that is going on with multiple buyers or multiple builders. And it just really boils down to where you want to live. Is it a development? Do you want to live in a larger lot? Do you want to have some acreage? And it also boils down to who you feel comfortable with most building your home. So it's totally up to you, but building is not necessarily out of the realm, even though they're starting to raise the prices on the homes due to supply and demand issues. Let me know in the comments down below, out of these 4 builders, which one do you feel is giving the best money back, whether it's with their interest rates, with the buy downs, or if it's with their options, with their different incentives of giving you money back. I want to know from you, which one out of these 4 do you feel is going to be the best choice? If you got any value from this, be sure to smash the like button. It's greatly appreciated. And if you're looking into building a house, it's a long drawn out process. It takes time. I have people just like you reaching out to me every single week to discuss this situation. You can contact me directly here or use one of the methods that I have listed in the description below. And if you haven't already, click subscribe, turn notifications on so you can stay up to date on all my future videos that I have coming your way.